Welcome to lanmoutarot. This is a general reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and regardless where Virgo may be in your chart or anyone really who feels pulled to this reading, there may be a message in there for you. Thank you so much, Virgo, for your continued support. You've had the 4th highest video viewed on this channel. We're not yet a year old, but we're approaching the end of the year. I want to take this moment to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for your support, for liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing this reading, for your advices and all of it. It's been quite a blessing being in this journey that is very unexpected for me, that I did not see coming. Even 2 years ago, if you told me I would be doing this publicly, I would be like, okay. But here we go, together, growing, expanding, raising our own vibration, and also those that of those around us. It's not always pretty, but this is the real stuff, okay? And we are using the good tarot this time. Let's see what message Spirit have for you for this 3rd week of December 2019, Virgo. Messages for Virgo. Okay, we have the 2 of Fire, and I'm being called to tell you guys, I don't know why, Virgo, they want me to share that with you. I've actually started taping this reading a few days back to post them early, and I did, I think, about like half of them, about 6 readings, and I usually, once I finish taping, I go and process them right away. But for whatever reason, I never did. My intuition was kind of like, it was just like, no. No. And today is the day that all these readings should have been posted, like all 12 signs. And as I'm preparing myself and cleaning the space, and I'm like, I'm just going to start over. So it's like there was no feeling of using this reading. It's almost like, and the truth is that I was not feeling my best, but I was pushing myself to do them on time. And normally I do not do any kind of reading, any kind of energy work if I'm not feeling my best, if I'm not, in my high vibration, and I feel like, I'm clear, if you will. And I felt like I was okay, but I was not, my usual self then. And I never posted the reading, and they were longer reading, of course, a whole different format at that. And there's a reason for it. Spirit wanted me to redo them, so here we go. And I haven't mentioned that, but Virgo, for some reason, they wanted me to share that with you. So maybe there's a need for you, for some of you. If there's something that you started and you feel like, not even like having cold feet about it, you feel kind of like there's a sense of hesitation, or just your intuition is telling you like, rethink that, okay, Virgo? And here we have the Queen of Water at the bottom of the deck for you. And we start here with the 2 of Fire. I'll pull the cards so you guys can see them better. We have the 2 of Fire. We have the 3 of Air. And we have the Love card. This is the Lovers. It's called Love on this deck. And I love that, because the Lovers card, I see it as the Love card. That's how I see it. I know people call it the card of choice and every other thing. I see it as the Love card. And there's such a the image is very similar to the one in the Strength card, in that Lovers card, okay? And God knows we need to have strength in order to deal with love, especially when we really are in love. It requires strength. So, Virgo, you're dealing with feelings and emotions, and I feel like that's a continuation to your story from before. There's a sense here, there's a decision you feel like you needed to make about perhaps a situation that a love situation that has gone kind of sour, or that has left you in your feelings, that there are certain things happening that really give you pause. And you've been in reflective mode. You've been thinking about it. How do I feel about this? Do I want to continue with this? Do I want to focus on the feelings? Oh Lord, I'm gonna close my eyes, just take it away, take the wheel, wherever, whatever it is that's been going on with you, Virgo. It's almost a sense of prayer here, a quiet prayer, a quiet meditation, and there's such a softness and yet strength. Look at her face. Like, you can see the femininity, but yet there's such strength, like, right in her demeanor. It's almost like somebody here who knows that their own power, but yet at the same time we've made the decision to release control, to release, to close their eyes so they can really hear the answers to their mind's eye, right? So for some of you, Virgo, yes, you are very emotional. Some of you may be quite emotional during this time, but that sense of emotion, it's not gonna be that, like, you know, dramatic kind of like sense of emotions. You know, how you feel, you're comfortable in your feelings, you are paying attention, very close attention to how you're feeling, and how you are also how you are, I won't say presenting, you're not presenting your feelings, but how you're allowing it to play out, how you showing that feeling, okay, how you I can't find the right word for you guys. Like how you displaying these emotions based on those feelings that you have, okay? You're very not even calculating. You just mindful of it. You just very you conscious of it. Not even like from a point of view where you're insecure or anything like that. It's just like you're so strong in your feelings. You're so aware of how you're feeling, and you're taking every aspect of the situation in consideration, where you're not just like, oh, mind over heart, you know, heart over matter, or no, are you like, oh, I'm just gonna go straight logic about this. You are really being very stable emotionally about a situation that could really have sent you into a spiral, okay? And here you go. The Two of Fire for me is a card of action. This is a card like if a decision needed to be made, you have waiting all this whole thing out. You have prayed on it. You have done your pros and cons. You have asked for advice, whatever it is that you felt like you needed to do. And now you have chosen, okay? It's not deliberation with the Two of Fire for me. This is my card of action. Decision made, choice made, path chosen, and you're on your way. You're going. And here there's a beautiful lantern that's guiding you here, okay? And that giraffe here is like you're sitting tall. You're sitting tall. Your ride give you a point of view, give you a different view that's gonna give you a different aspect of the situation. It's almost like you're rising above it. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? You're sitting so tall as you're choosing that path. You're sitting so high up that you can see the big picture, okay? And that's a choice that you have made. Action. Fire for me, it's action. It's and you're following your passion, you're following what you want to do. Desire your desires, and that's a path you're going on. You're going that way. And let me pull those cards for you. Every single one of those images here are like feminine figure, and every single one of them are facing that way, to the right. Okay? They're all facing that way. They're going east. They're going east. So you like when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to your desires, what you want, when it comes to your mind, your intellect, you're all at one. And spirit is also guiding you towards that. You're going to the same path, okay? It's almost like you're at peace with your decision. You're at peace with your feelings. You're at peace with what you want in regards to that situation. And no, I'm not taking clarification this time because I want to keep it short since I'm posting those a little bit late. But you guys should still get the message if it applies to you. Because there is something here where, and I feel like it's been a couple of weeks ago, I had that message coming through for some of you Virgos, where there was a third-party situation. Whether it was a person or it was a situation, an environment, or even a job that was impeding in your relationship, that created a sense of a tension, almost like there was some drama happening in your household for some of you, and that I feel like you prayed on it and spirit has helped you. Look at this angel here. Do you see what's on the tip of a ring? That's that third bird being taken away, walking away to the other path, and here stays the two people are together, okay? Whatever was that third party, it's been removed. The two of you will face each other sitting on a branch happily. How does that song goes? Wherever you may be, Virgo and their person sitting on the tree. KISSING. So this is what I'm getting here, okay? There's some of you where there was heartbreak, because the Three of Swords is a card of heartbreak, okay? It's a card of of disappointment. And yes, it's an air card, so a lot of it has to do with our intellect. A lot of it has to do with our way of thinking, our way of communicating. So especially for those of you who are in a situation where there was a lot of disagreement, there was a lot of like unfairness, people were bickering all the time, there's gonna be a new sense of fairness where whatever it is that was creating that imbalance, or what they say, three is a crowd, that crowd is being removed, okay? Because this is a card of Libra, by the way. This is it Saturn or Jupiter in Libra? Saturn in Libra. Order, Saturn in Libra. Yes, this is a card of Saturn in Libra. So order is being brought too, because Saturn is about order and discipline, like things being done by the rules, like, you know, and order is being brought into the situation so you can find some level of justice and fairness. The third party, the third entity, whatever it was, is being removed. And I feel like that has helped you, knowing that has helped you to make your decision, or you having made the decision to work on this relationship, to honor your feelings, whatever it might have been for you, has helped for this to happen. So Spirit is like, okay, Libra, I see what you want. Your heart is pure and honest. You've worked on this. You've made your decision. We're going to help you. And here, the love is still intact, because there's real love here. There's true love here, okay? That's why the Lover's card is here. Yes, for some people, some people call the Lover's card a card of decision. I don't see it that way. But for those of you who see it that way, you can say it again. Decision, your decision is backed by Spirit. I don't get that from the Lover's card being a decision. I see it more because everyone is facing that way. We're all in sync. We're all on the same page here, okay? We're going towards the same way here. You and your person, you and Spirit, you within yourself, all the elements and all the aspects of yourself, you are like I'm saying in communion. So it may be like really a relationship here that's going to be regenerate, okay? That's going to have a new beginning, a new sense of like that's going to get strengthened, because I'm getting a lot of strength card energy with that Lover's card, okay? And to bring the balance that's needed here. We see the two pillars here, light and shadow. Being able to find the balance here in that relationship is going to be so important going forward. But love is here, and there's a sense of serenity in her face. There's a sense of peace here, okay? And this is a beautiful message for you guys that have been dealing with that. I feel like you have turned the corner, and that's just beautiful. Let's get a woman's message for you from the Woman's Oracle cards. This is for Virgo. And no, I'm not calling signs out, but we have Libra here, we have Aries here, we have Gemini here, and we have water at the bottom. So for some of you, it really could be anyone. You know your person, and that person could have those signs somewhere else in their chart. It's not their sun sign, so that's why I don't like to call out signs. But if you are dealing especially with a Gemini person, just know that the love is intact. That person loves you. You know you love your person, and you're gonna work it out. And you've already made your decisions anyways. And that's not Spirit that pushed you to make that decision. You made that decision, and you have the backing of Spirit. They're gonna help you out. They're gonna give you the strength necessary in order for you to work on that relationship, to maintain that connection. Okay. Oh, okay. And at the bottom we have attraction. It says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And what I get from this is to take a moment, especially after you've gone through some difficult time, to smell the roses, to reconnect with each other, to be playful with each other again. Don't keep on rehashing the negativity that has happened, okay? A lot of times when people go through those negative moments, those tense moments in their relationship, they always take a little break. If you guys have to take a little vacation, even if it's just a weekend away, even if it's for the holidays, you say like, you know what, I'm not gonna entertain guests. It's just gonna be the two of you together, spending the time together. Just enjoy the moment, relinquish and enjoy your person again. The card that actually came out is Express Your Love. And it says here, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And I think for some of you, Virgo, you're like, I said I'm going to work on it. That's my romantic gesture right now. You go ahead and prove yourself that you're worthy of my second chance I'm extending to you. Hey, you do you, Virgo. But if it was you guys that were in the wrong too, you may want to really be the person. If you were the one that was creating that tension, that disagreement, that, you know, third party situation in a relationship, you may want to go the extra mile. You may want to get, you know, the best gift you've ever given a person. You may want to, you know, plan out something special here, like that little we can get away, that little vacation, or, you know, something very romantic. But and express your love, express yourself to your person. Just let them know they matter. Yes, no, we're not perfect, that, you know, if it's you was in the wrong, that you made a mistake, and you're going to make up for it. So let's get some advice. Oh my gosh, this card is popular today. This is the second time I'm seeing it. And here we have number 45 at the bottom. It says time to go. So time to go here, meaning like maybe time to let go of whatever was in the past. Time to go to enter a new, to start a new chapter. 45 goes down to a 9. That's like kind of like an ending. So I'm gonna look up 45 for you guys for a second. Time to go, time to go, time to go. And it's at the bottom of the deck. And I'm gonna read your relationship message only because this has been so much about relationship. And we have the yen card here, which is all about feminine energy, okay? And and I noticed that very strongly, like all the cards from the good tarot in the main reading were all like feminine figures that were showing up here. And she has her head down, she has her head down, she has her eyes closed, she has her eyes closed in such a, it's not even submissive way, but almost like in a way of kind of like, I don't know what's the word for that. But like taking a deep sigh of just like almost like releasing and relief as well. So let's read that relationship message for you for time to go. For number 45 at the bottom of the deck before we get to the yen. It says it's over. At the very least, the form this relationship has taken is no longer of service to you or the other person. This is a time of letting go, of knowing that the journey has come to its conclusion. That doesn't mean anything is lost. Although this card could speak to a breakup, drifting away, or the end of a soul contract, it is more about release. Hello. It is more about release than distraction. Remember the saying, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it is yours. If not, it never was. Endings are always a sign of new beginnings. If you want something deeper, walk away. So I feel like this is like at the bottom of your reading. Some of you have already made that decision. Some of you already done that. Even in the Two of Wands here, we can see, that's what I'm saying, like we can see movement happening. A path has been chosen, but someone is looking at the whole situation from a higher ground. And I feel like, Virgo, let's say it was you as a third party in a situation, you're going to do the right thing. You're going to do the just thing, okay? You're going to bring order to that situation. Whatever was the third party, has gone away. That's what I'm getting here. I'm not feel like, Virgo, if you are the third party, you're going to be the one to walk away. I'm not feel like Spirit is asking you to walk away from your relationship during this time. Although for some of you, if you were the one that was creating, that was, like I said again, that was a third party, yes, you need to walk away. You're going to be pushed to walk away too. You to do the right thing, the fair thing. But for the vast majority of you, I feel kind of like whatever it is that needed to be done is going to be done. It says here, the form this relationship has taken is no longer of service to you or the other person, because that relationship here has gone off rail for a second. For some of you, there's something that happened here like a few weeks ago. It came on very strongly in your reading. I can remember, Virgo. I can't remember the details of it, but I remember that I can pick up that energy still. But I feel like there's a decision has been made going towards the future here. And let's go back to number 2, which is your actual card that came out, which is the yen card. And I love the imagery, all the pink, all the different hues of pink here. And yen is telling you, I'm going to read the relationship message for you. Let others take the lead right now. Your power lies in small gestures, soft awareness, and conscious surrender. By yielding the reins, you will find yourself effortlessly moving closer to what you truly desire. Permit others to tell you who they are and who they can be to you by allowing your actions to speak about them. You will be pleasantly surprised. And yes, and that's the feeling I get here. I said like not release or surrender. It was more like a, well, not surrender, more like a release. But here they're saying like literally, like they use the word surrender here. And and that's the sense I get here, like, okay, almost like that quiet strength, that feminine strength that we see, like, you know, that feminine figure of the lion, not using aggression, not using force, but just like she's just laying there, like resting, like almost like being one, like it's just so much strength, but it's so subtle, it's so gracious, right? And that's what spirit is telling you, okay? You have power lies in small, soft awareness and conscious surrender. Conscious surrender. I think that's what I was trying to explain to you guys earlier in the reading, when I was explaining that card that was pulling, that energy was coming in so strongly before I got to your cards. What was facing you? A conscious surrender, okay? And I feel like if it was you who was in the receiving end of something negative here, like you have making your own decision, and you're not being you're not being like forceful about it, you're not being loud about it, you just know where you stand, and you're going to do the right thing for you and the right thing for your relationship, the right thing for your love. And spirit is telling you to permit others to tell you who they are, and for them to express themselves, to express their loves, to make the romantic gestures that are necessary, to say the words that are necessary in order to bring this together, because there's a union here that I feel like that is worth protecting. And I'm sending you so much love during this time, Virgo, and I hope that this message brings you some clarity, and at the very least that you enjoy it. And I'll see you next week. Well, we'll do a 2020 in review for next week's reading, the last week of the month, last week of the year. And until then, remember, love is indeed the only answer. Bye, Virgo.